Following broadcast is
and
a
you can hear me?
presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
You can? Okay, awesome. Did you write down notes on last season, or because I haven't had a chance to do that yet?
I know DGF was 3-21 last year. I know that for sure.
Let's see here.
This is Walker's.
We can do that really quick, actually.
Yep.
Let's see, this is 8 and 11. Okay. And you said DGF was 3 and what?
I think it was 3-21.
Let's just double check.
Yeah, we better double check.
3 and 13.
3-13. Okay.
All right, that's the last clip. Okay.
The cameras are ready. The headset is on. It's game time.
All right, welcome. We're live here at in Glyndon, Minnesota, at DGF High School. We're getting ready here for the Dilworth Glyndon Felton Rebels, shortened DGF, and the Walker Hackensack Akeley, I forgot, but it's one of those two, Wolves. And we're going to shorten that to WHA tonight. So Dilworth Glyndon Felton shortened to DGF, Walker Hackensack Akeley shortened to WHA, or we may just refer to them as the Rebels and Wolves. Nick Kosowski joining me on the color tonight. Rebels and Wolves, does it sound good to you? Or?
It sounds great, Mike. I'm looking forward to it. Two young teams coming off a down season for both programs, looking to start out on the right note right away.
Absolutely. DGF had, as Nick mentioned, a tough year last year. Overall went 3 and 13. They return they return one junior who's a senior. Everybody else is a junior or younger on the DGF Rebel squad. For Walker Hackensack Akeley, the Wolves, you have a total of 2 seniors and 5 juniors, and then you have 5 freshmen. You have no sophomores on the team for the Wolves, and the Wolves are coached by head coach Jim Lean and assistant Jeremy Medina, and their student managers are Gretchen Turney, Mandy Johnson, and Caden Reed. For the DGF Rebels, you got coaches Jason Sunday, Tony Reno, Joe Wasferret. I think I should have asked how to say the coaches' names. I asked how to say the players' names and didn't even think about the coaches there. And Josie Beachy. The student managers are Lexi Rinneker, there we go, and Ava Johnson, Carter Radachak, and I'm not even sure how to say that other one.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a tongue twister right there, absolutely.
We'll call her ADC. Oh, just one C short of ACDC. There you go. We thank you so much for tuning in to this broadcast today, first broadcast of the season. We'll also be taking a live look in. They're not started just yet, but we'll be taking a live look in at Perham. Maybe we won't be taking a live look in at Perham. Apparently that button is not working, so I guess we will not take a live look in at Perham. But Perham and Henning is on Magnitude Sports tonight as well, so you can open that one up in a second tab if you would like, and all that good stuff. So we are seconds away here from the buzzer sounding as the Rebels come out onto the floor. And you're coming up, your starting lineups, your national anthem, and all that good stuff here. In 10 seconds or less, Nick, your closing thoughts on the beginning of this one.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. You know, we've got 2 younger teams, as you mentioned. DGF has not 1, not 2, but 4 8th graders on the roster. They were born in 2007. And let me back you up to in 2007, the #1 song at that time was Beyonce. irreplaceable. And the number one movie was Spider-Man 3. That seems like just yesterday, Mike.
It does seem like yesterday.
It really does. So 4 8th graders on the team. I'm looking forward to seeing any of them, if any of them get on the floor.
You aged both of us there in 10 seconds or less, just like I asked. All right, national anthem is coming up here. We will turn it over to our PA announcer. We'll take a break if the national anthem is played. If it's sung by somebody, we'll keep it here.
Stand, remove all head coverings, face the flag, and honor America as we play our national anthem.
All right, we'll be right back.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Tonight's game is being played according to the rules of the Minnesota.
All right, welcome back. Your Superior Grain Equipment starting lineups are just ahead. We'll turn it over to the PA announcer right now for those Superior Grain starting lineups.
Sportsmanship is one such value that makes this contest an educational experience. Everyone is responsible for keeping this game at a high level of good sportsmanship. Now let's meet your starting lineups. First for the visitors on the scoreboard from Walker, Hackensack Akeley. At 5'4", number 2, Aubrey Morrison. Number 1 at 5'4", Avery Morrison. Coming in again at 5'4" is number 3, Allie C. 5'9", junior Alexa Johansson. And at center, number 24, 6-foot senior Callie Orschlager. And now your starting lineup for your DGF Rebels. Starting off at 6 feet tall, number 25, 8th grader Aria Garrett. Coming in at 5'9", number 15, Kaylee Peterson. Also at 5'9", a junior, number 5, Michaela Winter. Your guard, junior, number 2, Gabby Tucker.
right, so there you go. Your Superior Grain Equipment starting lineups for the Walker Hackensack Akeley Wolves is number 1, Avery Morrison, number 2, Aubrey Morrison, number 3, Ali C, number 14, Alexa Johansson, number 24, Callie Olschlager, and for the Dilworth Glyndon Felton Rebels, it's number 2, Gabby Tucker, number 5, Michaela Winter, number 15, Kaylee Peterson, number 21, Ashley Taves, and number 25, Aria Garrett. So, 18 minutes put on the clock. We will put our scoreboard up on screen, maybe. There we go. I just didn't hit the button hard enough last time. We'll get our camera centered up for the opening tip.
DGF Rebel fans, everybody on your feet, make some noise for the tip-off.
And we're underway. And the opening tip is controlled here by DGF, and with the ball right now is Gabby Tucker. Tucker will swing it into the hands here of Michaela Winter. Back over to Tucker over on the far wing. 17:47 to go here in the first half. Still scoreless. Mike Mason alongside Nick Kasowski as they work it around the perimeter here. Back into the hands of Winter. Winter on that pivot foot gets it back there to Tucker. Nice defense here by the Walker Hackensack Akeley Wolves to keep that ball on the perimeter as they sneak it into Ashley Taves, one of the seniors for the DGF Rebels. Now it's back up to the top of the key here for Winter. And they're trying to work it inside, but it looks like a 2-3 zone defense there for the Wolves, and so far it's working. Chewed up a lot of almost a minute gone here in this first period of play, and Taves got to the free throw line. That's about as far inside the three-point line the Rebels have gotten so far as they work it back on the near wing here for Michaela Winter. Winter, one dribble, back up in between the circles, now to the free throw line, top of the key, corner 3 on the way, rims in and out, and a rebound underneath, and a jump ball is called. And stops the clock with 16:48. Well, looks like the jump ball possession arrow is going to the Wolves, and your thoughts on that first possession?
Well, DGF was definitely patient on that one. I know they wanted to get the ball inside to the 8th grader Garrett, but they just couldn't get in there with that defense.
The Wolves will bring it up over. That's Ivory Morrison. Kicks it out near side here for Avery Morrison. Now Morrison has it again. She'll put it up for a 3. Missed it to the right side. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be chased down there by Michaela Winter.
A little bit of nerves, I'm sure. First game of the season, getting out there and getting back into that basketball shape, so to speak.
Quick pass down to the near wing there to the senior Ashley Taves, and a traveling call and a turnover. 16:27 to go here on the clock. And the pass will come back to Aubrey Morrison. She'll bring it over the timeline here. Just a little shy of 2 minutes in. That pass knocked away there by Taves, but recovered initially there by Aubrey Morrison. Morrison will get it back in the corner on the pass from Alexa Johansson. Now they work it up top over to the far wing. That's Ali C. Ali C, number 3, bounce pass up top there for Morrison. Now they'll bring it back to C. 16 minutes to go, 2 minutes gone. Cross-court pass, 3-pointer up and in. 3-0 in favor of the Walker Hackensack Akeley Wolves, and now that ball goes out of bounds. And
great pressure by Walker there, making him work the ball up the floor.
So much for shortening him up. I've been saying it rather easily so far. So I believe was that Morrison who got that 3? I think it was.
Yes, it was. Beautiful shot.
Make sure I credit it right in my scorebook here. Ali C will kick it out near side here for Johansson. That's stolen away. Going back the other way is Gabby Tucker. Quick pass inside, and the extra pass. Couldn't get it to go on off the glass, but there's a foul. And I believe that's the first foul of the game, and we'll see who I know it's going on the Wolves, but who, we'll find out momentarily. Looks like it's going on Aubrey Morrison, her first, team's first. So they'll work it back now. That is looking at the right roster, Kaylee Peterson, and now travel is called. So I'll stop the clock with 15:20 to go here in the first half of play. It's 3-0. Avery Morrison 3 in the DGF Rebels 0 as Morrison will bring it over the timeline. There's 2 Morrisons, Avery 1, Aubrey 2, and that is Avery with the ball right now. And that pass was deflected. Take up by Ashley Taves, and she has all alone to the basket, and she puts it up and in, and the Rebels are on the board, courtesy of the senior Ashley Taves. 3-2, and now she'll try and dribble through 2 defenders, and there will be a foul called. 14:55 to go. Is apparently I double-clicked our start-stop clock button earlier, and then as a result, we got a little bit behind, so we'll let it catch up.
Into the game, number 0, Lola Garrett.
Lola Garrett, a 5'6" freshman, or check that, a 5'6" sophomore, plays forward.
You've got the Garrett sisters versus the Morrison twins, really.
And that one's taken away there by Gabby Tucker. Tucker leaves it short. Rebound there by Avery Morrison. Morrison will swing it up court quick to Allie C, and C will get fouled. So that'll stop the clock with 14:35 to go here, and it's a 1-point game.
Foul is on number 25, Aria Garrett.
Come on, Allie.
Aria Garrett picking up her first personal, team's first. Both teams have a foul now, and the free throw's up and in by Allie C. So that doubles up the lead here, 4-2. And the second one's in as well. So now it's 5-2 in favor of, and a steal in the backcourt there by Aubrey Morrison. She'll put up a 3. That one rattles off. Battle for the rebound to eventually come down there to Gabby Tucker. And a whistle in the backcourt, a double dribble is called, and that's a turnover, and the ball will go back to the Wolves.
Good call.
Pressure affecting both teams early. Press from both teams, and a little bit of struggles early.
Morrison will inbound it to C, and Morrison will get it right back. She'll direct traffic and then fire it off to the left wing here for C. C, one dribble, picks it up, nearly lost, but Morrison able to maintain. Avoids a little bit of pressure, kicks it out here. That's Callie Oschlager to the hoop. Got rejected by the bottom of the rim. The ball will roll out of bounds. It was last touched by the Rebels. They'll stay with the Wolves. 14:04 to go.
Jump out.
Catch and shoot off the inbounds pass. A little strong right into the hands there of, that is Alexa Johansson, and she'll get a trip to the free throw line on that second foul there by the Rebels.
Fouls on number 25, Aria Garrett.
Second personal on Garrett, second team foul. 14 minutes to go here in the first half. First free throw is off the mark here for Alexa Johansson. So that's the first missed free throw of the game for the Wolves.
You can do it, Lex.
5-2 with 4 minutes gone. And the second free throw's up and in. So 1 for 2 on that one. Pressure, full court press here by the Wolves. They'll break it, get it over the timeline, get it down to the low blocks, and a nice block there by Oschlager. And now a loose ball towards that far sideline will go out of bounds. 13:47. We're almost caught up to the clock in the gym here.
Fouls on number 15.
There we go.
Kaylee Peterson.
So that is the third foul now here on the Rebels. And that one will be swatted out of bounds as kind of had to do a little ballerina dance to keep her balance, and as a result, she swatted the ball over the back line, and turnover number 3 according to my numbers here for the Wolves. 13:35 and counting to go here. 6-2 in favor of Walker Hackensack Akeley here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. As the ball goes to Tucker. Now they'll fire it back over to Winter. Winter back to Tucker now in between the circles. So she'll look to the near side. Get it to Ashley Taves. Taves to the high post. Now they work it around the perimeter. Back up towards the top there for Tucker. Tucker one dribble. Gets it to Taves. Taves being guarded closely there by Johansson. Taves fires a pass, a cross-court pass. Now they work it around the perimeter back up top here to Tucker. Tucker back to Taves. Taves will put the ball to the floor, drive to the baseline, puts the pass across the paint there to Peterson, and now the three from the far side is a little too long. And now in transition, bringing it back is Morrison through defenders, off the glass and in. That was a nice one.
That was a beautiful play. Great pass to start him, get him going down the floor.
And that gives the Wolves an 8-2 lead as that three's a little bit off the mark. And now back to Morrison. She has a one-on-one. It's 2 versus 2, and the 2-point shot will be missed, and 2 will get the rebound. That's Tucker with the rebound. How'd you like that one? 12:22 to go. Well, almost. If we would have drugged that out another 5 seconds, I could have got another set of twos in there. Shot by Taves off the mark. The Wolves will come down with the rebound here, and Morrison will bounce pass it to the near wing to the other Morrison. That was Aubrey to Avery. Now they work it inside, and a quick pass out. Catch and shoot from Ali C. It rattles in. Number 3 gets 3. And it's 11-2. The only basket so far here for the Rebels has come from the person who has the ball right now, Ashley Taves, who works it up top to Tucker. Tucker will put the ball to the floor with the left hand, dribble it, and that pass inside intercepted there by Oschlager. And then it's taken away by the Rebels, and off the glass and in, it's Laura Garrett with the basket. Rebels get 2 more. It's 9-6. It should be 11-4. It's okay. That's what these buttons are for. There we go. Now our score is correct. And a timeout is called. So we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. All right, welcome back. Coming out of a DGF timeout here, the Walker Hackensack Akeley Wolves leading the Dilworth Glyndon Felton Rebels by the score of 11-4. Mike Mason alongside Nick Kasowski. Well, we have one timeout. And what do you think DGF has to do here to kind of chip away at the lead?
Well, they're moving the ball around up top really well. They've got to try to get the ball inside. The problem is their big center Garrett is out of the game with 2 fouls right now.
They're working in the corner. That pass nearly mishandled, but the Rebels will maintain possession. And now moving into the paint, there was Tucker, and the ball will be poked away like a pinball. And that'll stop the clock with 11:12 to go here. So the inbounds pass will come back into Tucker. Catch and shoot. She'll tee it up for the 3. It looked good coming out of her hands, but left it a little bit short. Rebound to Aubrey Morrison. Morrison goes straight down and 1.
That was a little Euro step there. Beautiful play. I mean, she absolutely loves to run with the ball, and every time Walker grabs the ball, they're looking to run, getting it to her.
Yeah. So Aubrey Morrison will step up to the free throw line here for the Walker Hackensack Akeley Wolves, and quick brief timeout to tie the shoe.
Come on, Aubrey.
I want to thank our sponsors, including the DGF Boosters, Gotta Go Driving School, Stein Seed, Goldmark Commercial Real Estate, Mainline Grill and Downer, and Superior Grain Equipment for making DGF Rebel basketball and wrestling coverage possible this fall winter sports season here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Over the back foul on Oschlager there. That is just her first.
Her first, team second. Couple passes around the perimeter, trying to find that open player, but the defense is stepping up and where they need to. They're where they need to be when they need to be there. Is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely.
Normally that isn't too tough to say, but for me it is sometimes.
You can also see they're packing it in too. They're not coming out far from the 3-point line and trying to make DGF shoot from the outside.
And Ali C will come up with the steal, left-handed dribble, nearly lost it off the knee, and it'll go out of bounds and it'll go back to DGF. Would have went to DGF anyway. It'll just go on a turnover. That is they started the game with 2 turnovers. Now I have them down for 6. While DGF started the game with 3 turnovers, and now I have them down for 4. 13-4 is our score here in favor of the Walker Hackensack Akeley Wolves. And we thank you for tuning in, whether you're watching on Magnitude Sports on your home TV, whether you're watching on the DGF Schools YouTube channel, or whether you're watching live on our Twitter at Magnitude SN on Twitter. It's the first time that we've had the ability to broadcast our games to Twitter. So I'm going to have to go back and look at our Twitter account later and see how it worked out. So 9:42, we'll keep our clock stopped until the clock in the gym catches up. Inbounds pass from the baseline for Morrison, lofted up to C, and now back to Moore. I think that was C in the corner, actually. No, it was Morrison, and the shot was missed. Loose ball rebound picked up by the Rebels. They'll work it into the hands of Gabby Tucker. Tucker with a couple of dribbles has the open teammate, and that one's off the mark, and a nice rebound there by Oschlager. I have her down for 3 rebounds already here early in the game. 9:18 and counting, straightaway 3, it's in! Oschlager with the triple, and that makes it 16-4 in favor of the Wolves. Some quick passing around the perimeter, and once again, the Wolves working that, it seems to be like a 2-3-3-2 zone, depending on which wing the ball is on. Call it a 2-3 zone. That seems to be, and it's worked very well this game for them so far.
It really has. They're just, like I said, keeping it tight in there, making DGF have to shoot from the outside.
Tucker with the basketball now. She'll back up in between the circles, pick up her dribble, work it over to Winter. Winter back here to Tucker. Tucker with a couple of dribbles, switches from the right to the left hand, now gets it back to Winter. Winter, one dribble back to Tucker. Tucker tries to spin on her defender, kicks it out into the near corner here, and I believe that's, is that number 11? No, it's number 10. That's Michaela Bielen. And that pass inside, tipped away, ends up in the hands of Oschlager for her second takeaway. Up court quickly here to Aubrey Morrison. She'll draw the foul.
Great take to the basket again. That's what they're looking for, Aubrey, and she's flying down the floor.
Aubrey Morrison with her. It seems like she's been to the line more, but according to my scorebook, this is her first trip to the line. So.
Nope, it'd be her second trip.
Okay, I forgot to write down the last
shot
she taken then in my scorebook there. It's first game of the season. I'm allowed to miss some points.
Dave's back in for DGF as well.
So that is the second personal on the first personal on Gabby Tucker. 8 minutes and change to go, and a foul down by the baseline, and DGF is going to go to the free throw line now. They'll stop the clock with 8:01 to go here in the first half.
Fouls on number 3, Allie C.
That's what DGF's got to do, though. Get it to Taves. She's been the most aggressive so far, trying to get the ball to the basket.
Defense.
8 minutes to go here in the first half of play. And with the basketball there is Annalise Oss. And a couple passes later, there'll be a jump ball or a foul. I believe it's going to be a foul here on the Wolves, and it'll be a foul on Oschlager.
Her second. That's a big play. Now you've got Area
Garrett,
Garrett for DGF with 2 fouls, and Oschlager for 2 fouls.
That's her second.
Taves. Oh, they're going to get it with the traveling call. Interesting.
Let
Taves
you
had
take
a lane
over
there.
for about 2 seconds here, and then I'll join you back on the headset.
Number 14, Alexa Johansson.
So Taves called for the traveling, goes back to WHA, and here they come down the floor.
Move it in.
Morrison on the top of the key. Over to C. DGF running a 2-3 zone, trying to pack it in.
Oh, yeah.
Top of the key, Oschlager. A lot of cross-court passes for WHA. A long 3, and it gets the bounce in. What a shot. I've seen that twice tonight. That usually goes to the home team. Here's Taves bringing the ball down the floor. Great pass underneath. That's a great pass by Taves. And that is to Kayla Peterson. Great bucket there. There's corner to C. She's going to try a three. You bet. C, 4-3. Great shot.
All right, who made those last 2 threes? I'll update my scorebook. Do you remember?
C has just hit a three there. DGF scored a bucket.
And it's 24-6, and that one just rolls off the rim, and luckily DGF didn't pick up another foul there, as Morrison has gone to the line twice now. 24-6, I believe, is our score, right? Yes. Yep. Yeah. Okay. We're there. I saw 2-6, but then I saw you were hitting the button. So. And back the other way here is Aubrey Morrison again. This time she will not miss it. 26-6. It's a 20-point lead and a timeout on the floor.
Timeout Wolves.
All right, well, with that, we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
Off the hand of Taves, over to WHA. Aubrey Morrison, the point guard, has been the straw that has stirred the drink tonight for WHA as they move the ball around. DGF in a 2-3 zone. Oh, great pass underneath by Olschlager, but her teammate wasn't looking for it, and it's a turnover. DGF has got to get something going offensively. Taves has been the main leader so far, but they have had a hard time breaking that 2-3 zone of WHA. Taves, the top of the key here, drives left, looking screen over. Out of bounds. Oh, are we going to get foul here?
All right, I am back. Thank you much, Nick, for helping me out there as I had to fix an issue on one of our other computers at another remote location there, and now we're rocking and rolling on all 3 of our broadcasts tonight. So
fantastic. You're a busy man, Mike.
I try to stay busy. Actually, I try not to stay busy. That 3 from the corner, a little bit off the mark there, and they'll chase down the rebound. Loose ball, and it's stolen away there. Nice job there by Gabby Tucker on the hustle. And then she gets called for the travel and an unfortunate turnover there after a great effort to try and get that ball back there for the Rebels.
Yeah, great job by Gabby, and that's one of the things she knew. At the second she lifted her foot up, she knew that she traveled. One thing that's worked well tonight, Mike, is in their 2-3 zone, they've been doing a lot of cross-court passes. It seems to have worked. Oh, that's Olschlager, and that's going to be her 3rd.
Yeah, that it originally looked like it was going to be called a jump ball, but then she got a little bit too much aggressiveness there, and Olschlager, like you said, Nick, picked up her 3rd. She'll come out for a little bit, and that could be good news for DGF. We'll see if they can take advantage of their one of their bigger players being out.
Absolutely. Aria Garrett should be coming back in here soon as well, and that'll help to give them a little more size inside.
Left-handed dribble there and towards the top of the key. Nearly traveled, but got rid of the ball just in the nick of time. And once again, a 20-point advantage here for the Walker Hackensack Akeley Wolves. And if you're watching on the DGF YouTube channel, if you're watching on Magnitude Sports, or if you're watching on our Twitter account, we appreciate you tuning in. Corner 3's up and in. That's Michaela Winter.
Great shot, but Taves was the one that set it up. She drew the defender in and passed it out. Great three.
Cross court, thought for a moment there that they might try for another three, but they'll take the extra pass down low to Alexa Johansson, and there will be a jump ball called. So they'll stop the clock with 3:53 to go. .345 and counting here as the Rebels bring it over the timeline here. That's Tucker with the basketball. Fires it over to Laura Garrett, who has a basket in this game. Quick pass to the near corner. That shot is up and in! Natalie Sauce with the triple.
It's just an 8th grader. Comes in and drains a three. Great shot, and this is exactly what DGF needed to get back in this game.
3:25 to go and getting back in the game. Still a little bit of a hill to climb, but it's amazing how quickly you can climb that hill when you hit 2 3-pointers.
That's exactly right, and it all happened after Alschlager went out with that 3rd foul. The energy's picked up for DGF. They're defensively making more plays, and of course that does help to make 2 threes.
You had a feeling that this is going to be a different game in the second half than it was in the first half. Maybe a little bit more evened up here as far as, like, if this game started over at 0-0 in the second half, you have to wonder if it'd be that big of a deficit or not.
That's exactly right.
DGF will bring it back after the missed shot, and now a wide open. Can she hit another one? No, a little strong, but a rebound there by Taves, and that one will drop in.
8-0 run for DGF, and here they come trying to close the gap here before half.
Well, they'll Allie C near wing. 2 passes later, they'll try the three from the far side. Avery Morrison. Now the ball's chased down into the near corner, nearly taken away. I think it's going to go to the Wolves. No, it will go to the Rebels. Look from my vantage point. Now the officials are going to get together and discuss it. It looked from my vantage point that it should be Wolves ball, but the 2 officials disagree with me on 2 occasions.
We're 0 for 2 to start the season.
2:34 and counting to go here in the first half of play. Once again, my name is Mike Mason. Alongside me is Nick Kasowski on the other microphone, and between myself, Nick, Brad, another Nick, and Josh and Jason and Lance, and maybe a couple more, we'll bring you all the action this winter here on Magnitude Sports. That one up a little bit strong, and the rebound taken there by Alexa Johansson. Wolves will bring it back over the timeline here, and a couple of dribbles. They'll push it into the hands of Morrison. Morrison moves it back up top to Avery Morrison. It's Aubrey to Avery. Now Avery Morrison with the basketball, dribbles into a double team. 2 quick passes inside there to Leah Nas, and that one will not go. And Taves nearly traveled. Got rid of the ball just in time. They'll work it into the hands there of, that was I believe, Tucker. Tucker now to Lucy Hilton, I believe. Yeah, I can't read my own writing, but it's Hilton.
Hilton with a nice drive there. DGF has really started attacking the basket. A lot of the first quarter, first half, they've kind of been passing the ball around up top, and now they're starting to get that aggression now with Alschlager out.
So the Rebels will go to the free throw line, and also checking in is Lola Garrett for the Rebels, and she'll replace Ashley Taves. They'll get a breather on the sideline. Minute 38 to go here, and at the free throw line is Lucy Hilton. Hilton's free throw in and out. They'll chase the rebound down into the corner. It'll come into the hands there of Annalise Haas, and now the ball's taken away. Up court, that's Mac Raditz. And Raditz with the basket.
She breaks up the 8-0 run that DGF was on over the last 3 minutes.
Gabby Tucker will try and get things restarted here for the Rebels as she gets the ball back on the pass there from Winter. A couple passes later, now Hilton has it. Hilton drives into the paint, and that was a nice pass, but somebody got a hand on it, and the Wolves took it away. They'll move it up court to Morrison. Morrison stops, spins on the pivot foot, and now the shot is a little bit off the mark. Rebound's tapped out of bounds. They'll go back to the Rebels. They'll stop the clock with 59.4 seconds to go. Looks like they'll inbound it right where we need to be at, so we're within about a second of the actual time left in the first half here. Inside the first minute, corner 3, this could be huge, a little long, and the rebound goes right into the hands of Raditz. Loose ball picked up there by the Rebels. Will be picked up by Tucker. Tucker brings it over the timeline with 37 seconds to go. She lost it off her left foot, and it'll go back to the Wolves.
Great defense by Audrey there. She did a great job. She stuck her hand in there as she's trying to do the crossover. Actually knocked the ball off the DGF's knee and out of bounds.
Inbounds pass comes to Morrison, back to Morrison. Avery to Aubrey to Avery. Check that, reverse what I just said, but and a turnover there. According to my numbers, that's turnover number 10 for the Wolves.
It is, and the two sisters look at each other. There's more than just teammates right there. That was a little annoyance at each other.
Coming over is Tucker with the basketball. Tucker with a fires a pass here to Oz. Oz sends it back up top to Winter. Winter with a couple dribbles, back to Hilton now. Hilton with the left-handed dribble, fires the pass into the hands of Tucker. Tucker into the corner, catch and shoot three. It's in at the buzzer! How about that?
Great way to end the first half for DGF. Pulls them back within 11. Now they're within striking distance. That's got to give a lot of confidence to them heading into the second half.
Well, that will bring us to halftime, and your score at halftime here. The Waterford Hackensack Akeley Wolves 28, and the Dilworth Glyndon Felton Rebels 17. We'll take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll have more here in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
05. We got a winner.
Small or large, Superior Grain Equipment has a storage solution for you with a wide variety of bin options and accessories, along with site planning and superior customer service. Plus, from top to bottom, we offer the industry's best bins and warranties to protect your products and your grain storage investment. Get superior quality, protection, and reliability with generations of experience and dependability. Make the superior choice today with Superior Grain Equipment.
Welcome to the Main Line and Downer, a place you can bring your friends and the kids. You can browse the menu for your favorite lunch and dinner items. Burgers, chicken, pizza, amazing wings. Don't forget the Main Line and Downer also serves a delicious breakfast. The Main Line and Downer also has a convenience store as well as the end-of-the-line boutique shop filled with various gifts for kids, mom, dads, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, grandma, grandpa, and something for all your other friends too. The Main Line and Downer just 8 miles southeast of Barnesville on Highway 9. Visit the website or call 218-789-7610. welcome back at halftime here. It's the Walker Hackensack Akeley Wolves 28 and the Dilworth Glyndon Felton Rebels 17. And for a moment there, you thought Walker Hackensack Akeley was going to walk away with this one, but then DGF started to put things together there towards the middle of that first half and towards the end of that first half. Your thoughts on the first half there, Nick?
Well, you're exactly right, Mike. They went on an 11-2 run to end the first half. That last second three, to me, it's really got to give them a jump start to the second half, give them a little bit more confidence. As we mentioned, DGF's got not one but 4 8th graders, and 2 of them have played a lot of minutes already so far. So I'm sure there's a lot of nerves, and to hit that kind of shot and to pull back within 11, I mean, that's striking distance.
Definitely.
That's got to give them a lot more confidence heading into the second half.
Points for the first half here. We'll start with the Wolves. Avery Morrison with 3. Let's see here. 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 points for Aubrey Morrison in that first half. She went 4 or 5 from the free throw line. Allie C with 2 triples for 6 points in the first half. And then 1 point for Alexa Johansson as she went 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Mac Raditz with 2 points and Callie Olschlager with 3. And you have to think maybe there, Nick, if she didn't have 3 fouls, she might have more than 3 points now.
She absolutely would. I mean, she was the one rebounding in there. She was super great on the defensive end too. DGF didn't want to go in when she was in there into the lane, and now with her out, that's where DGF has gone on their run. On the other side now, you got Aria Garrett coming back in. She sat for basically the last 10 minutes of the first half. She'll be back in. She'll be fresh. It'll be fun to see how Olschlager with 3 fouls, Garrett with 2 go up against each other, because the first 1 to 4 fouls is going to be sitting on the bench.
Yeah. Ali C. and Callie Olschlager, the 2 Wolves with 3 fouls. Aubrey Morrison with 1, and all the other teammates, according to my double check with the scorebook, the official scorebook, have no fouls. So Ali C. has 6 points off 2 3-pointers. Callie Olschlager has 3 points off 1 3-pointers. That's 9 points. That's sitting on the bench right now for the Wolves, and if they wouldn't have the 3 fouls, it could be closer to 40-17 instead of 28-17 right now. So that's some good news here for the DGF Rebels. Over on the other side of the scorebook, Laura Garrett, the 5'6" sophomore, with 2 points. Lucy Hilton with that 3 right at the end there, and Michaela Winter with 3. Kaylee Peterson with 2, Ashley Taves with 4, and Annalise Oss with 3 fouls. I have Aria Garrett with 2, Gabby Tucker with 1, and I do believe I missed a couple there for the DGF Rebels, but we'll get that squared away here momentarily. So, well, you know, like you said, Nick, that 3 at the corner and the buzzer there certainly takes the momentum into the locker room for DGF. What's Walker Hackensack Akeley have to do to make sure they don't let this game slip away from them in the second half?
Well, I think it all comes back to Aubrey Morrison. She's the straw that stirs the drink. And what they were doing and having a lot of success was rebounding, getting the ball to her quick, and she would sprint down the floor and make something happen. And granted, she's scoring a lot of buckets. That's great. But what you're also seeing is some great passes, too. She's setting up her teammates, making smart decisions. So I think the biggest thing is get her back in control of the game, get her driving the lane, kicking, and obviously she can shoot as well.
Yeah. And for DGF, they're down, let's do the mental math here. They're down 11 right now. What's the most important thing they can do on their first couple possessions here to kind of keep that momentum from the first half?
Well, where they were struggling is where they were just passing the ball around up top and not really being aggressive. Well, when Olschlager went out, then all of a sudden the light came on. Hilton, Taves were taking the ball to the basket aggressively. It was opening up shots for other players, and that's where they really kind of went on their run. So they just can't get complacent. They have to attack the basket.
Awesome. Well, with that said, we're about 2 minutes away from the start of the second half, so we'll take another timeout, and when we return, we'll have the second half, the start of the second half. I almost said second half kickoff, but it's no longer football season. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
All right, welcome back. I have a broken headset, so give me a moment, Nick, if you want to take over really quick.
Absolutely. The girls are so excited they started without us. WHAA got the ball first, air ball, and DGF's got the ball. WHA is going to press again like they did in the first half. Oh, it looked like that ball was tipped, but it was not evidently, and WHA will take over.
All right, headset fixed. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it. I didn't miss anything too much, it doesn't look like. So 28-17 here to start the second half, 30 seconds in. Walker Hackensack Akeley in the white with the blue stripes moving from left to right as you see it on the screen. DGF Rebels in the black with silver numerals and stripes down the side of the jersey. For the Rebels moving from right to left as you see it on the screen. And that'll go to the Rebels as the ball will go out of bounds. So put my line in my book here to make sure I separate the points by half, and another whistle, and
that time Morrison couldn't keep both feet in bounds there. She tried to make an NFL catch and had 1 foot on the line out of bounds.
7 turnovers for the Rebels in that first half. I had the Wolves down for 11 turnovers in that first half. 28-17, your halftime score, and the Rebels have the ball now as they work it into the hands of Tucker. Tucker, one dribble, gets the ball back here after passing it away. And now they'll fire it over to, couldn't quite see who that was. Oh, that was Ella Olsen. I think that's the first time I've called her name. Here's Ashley Taves. Taves has it poked away and it rolls out of bounds. It'll stay with the Rebels.
That's a good sign for DGF. Even though the ball was turned over, she took the ball to the hoop aggressively. That's exactly what gave DGF success in the first half, or towards the end of the first half.
Wolves will slowly bring it up and over the timeline there as Tucker hangs out at the half-court stripe. Now the Wolves will set up their offense, and trying to dribble in with the left hand there was Ali C, and she'll draw a foul on DGF. It's their first of the second half.
Fouls on number 24, Ella Olsen.
That one's poked away. Nice defense there, and the Rebels get it back. Tucker will bring it up court. Tucker switches hands on the dribble, hands it off to Taves. Taves into the paint, draws the foul.
That's number 4.
The number 4 on Callie Olschlager, and we'll see. I don't see any movement from the bench just yet. We'll see how long the Wolves leave her in there, but that will send Ashley Taves to the free throw line. Points with the clock stop. Very important right now here for the Rebels, and they get one right there. Ashley Taves with 5 points now. Olschlager goes out. Coming in is Aaliyah Nass. According to our PA announcer, it's Nass. And that one rolls in too, so 2 points there for Taves and the Rebels, and now 28-19. They get one more basket, get to 21. The deficit doesn't look as deep anymore.
That's exactly right. Under double digits now. It's exactly what they were looking for.
With the ball here is Avery Morrison. Morrison with the left hand will dribble in, stop at the high post, run into a double team. Couple passes later, Aubrey Morrison. Aubrey Morrison runs into a double team, and you're almost seeing the DGF defense a mirror image of what the Wolves defense was to start the game. That will be a turnover, unfortunately. They will not be able to take advantage of that great defense down at the other end, and stops the clock with 15:43 to go here in the second half of play.
Well, you're exactly right, Mike. We saw the same thing in the first half. When Oschlager went out, DGF went on a run. Their energy got better, and you're already seeing it already.
Bounce pass here. That's Aaliyah Noss, and now they'll work it back out to Morrison. Avery Morrison. Avery Morrison up top there to C, and C drew a foul. I believe the foul might be going to Gabby Tucker, but we'll see here. Yep, it will be on Gabby Tucker.
Number 2, Gabby Tucker.
Good job, Allie.
It's her second, team second of the second half. A lot of twos there.
Yeah.
And a nice move. And a nice and even better basket. Alexa Johansson now with 3 points, 1 in the first, 2 there on that basket. Quickly in transition. And she thought about the 3, didn't pull the trigger. Instead, she'll bounce the pass inside and get the high percentage shot. That's Aria Garrett. It's her first basket of the game after picking up 2 quick fouls early in the first half. We didn't see much of her in that first half, and now it's down to a 9-point lead.
And now you jinxed her, Mike. Now she just picked up number 3.
Fouls on number 25, Aria Garrett.
Something tells me they'll keep her in there for a little bit longer.
I think you're exactly right.
This is Aaliyah Noss, I believe. Okay. I just got confirmation it is Noss. And she'll make them both. 2 for 2 on Noss and a timeout on the floor. So with that, we'll take a commercial break and we'll be back in 30 seconds here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
All right, welcome back. 32-21 here, 14:53 to go in the second half of play. The Rebels down by 11, and they have the ball, and the Wolves will put on a full court press, and they'll get the turnover off that full court press. They'll put the ball into the corner there for Noss, and Noss puts the shot up and in. 4 points for Noss, all in the second half, 34-21. Rebels coach wanting a foul there and an offensive rebound, and now he'll get the foul. And if you're not going to get the foul, that's probably the one you don't want to get compared to the one that they did get, because that one wouldn't have put them at the line. This one does.
That's exactly right. WHA is trying to turn up the heat by pressing, making DGF bring it all the way down the floor.
And that one will drop in. Area Garrett with the basket, or with the free throw, I should say. It's sort of a basket. Misses the second one. She's 1 for 2 from the free throw line today. The Rebels as a team are 3 of 4. So Walker Hackensack Akeley will bring it back over the timeline here. The ball's in the hands of Aubrey Morrison. She'll pick up her dribble. Quick pass to C. C will work it inside there for Johansson. That shot's missed. Johansson fights to get her own rebound, and a jump ball is called, and the possession arrow favors DGF.
That one was one where WHA took the ball strong to the hoop, and Area Garrett was trying to be straight up, and you could just see a little bend at the end, and I thought, oh, Lord, there comes number 4, so she was able to avoid that.
Well, they'll get the full court press. This time the Rebels get the ball in, they get it down court, and all the way to the hoop, it's up and in. And that's 2 more to make it a 10-point game. Give that basket there. Was that Peterson? I believe, yes it was, yep. She has 4 points now, a basket in each half, and a jump ball is called, and the possession arrow will go to the Wolves. 14:02 to go here in the second half of play, and it's a 10-point advantage for Walker Hackensack Akeley. Nelson, nice bounce pass down to the baseline, shot a little strong, and then a foul is going to be called here. And I believe that foul will be the 4th one on Garrett.
Fouls on number 2, Gabby Tucker.
Nope, my apologies. It's actually on Gabby Tucker, and that's her 3rd.
It sure looked like it could have been on Garrett too, but 3rd for Tucker now.
Johansson 1 for 2 from the free throw line so far in the game, and this one will roll off, and she's 1 for 3. That puts a little bit of a smile on the face if you're a Rebels fan, and not so much of a smile if you're a Wolves fan, and that she'll miss them both. And now Rebels fans are hoping their team can get a basket down here as the Wolves put the pressure in the backcourt once again. Maybe got away with a carry there for Gabby Tucker, but they will keep it. Move to the basket. Taves in one. Got it.
Great play. That's what she's got to do to be successful. Take the ball to the hoop. It's the hoop and the arm.
Ashley Taves and 1.
34-26, and trying to make it a 7-point game here if Taves can make this free throw. She will not, but they'll get the offensive rebound to be a 6-point game. Garrett with the basket off the offensive rebound on the missed free throw there, and well, you couldn't ask for better results off a missed free throw than that right there. 34-28, 13-25 and counting to go here in the second half of play. The Rebels trying to close in here on the Walker Hackensack Akeley Wolves lead. They'll get it into the hands there, and it's nearly poked away, and it is taken away. A steal by Greta DeVeers. And now a foul down at the other end. I was looking down, and I know it was the Wolves who got the foul, but I didn't see who. Looks like they're charging it to Avery Morrison.
Avery Morrison into the game, number 32.
DeVries, an 8th grader. Ariana Garrett's an 8th grader right there. They're coming back, also led by the senior Taves.
On defense.
They'll work it into Greta DeVries. DeVries, a nice pass inside there to Peterson. That one will roll off. Battle for the rebound, and it's up and in. Ariana Garrett has closed the Wolves lead down to 4.
All the momentum with DGF right now. They're getting all the rebounds. WHA is having a real hard time getting anything inside.
That shot there, Noss off the mark, and they'll fight for the rebound, and Garrett pulls it down.
Garrett making her presence known for sure.
This resembles that 8-0 run, 11-2 run they went on towards the end of the first half. They turned it over there, and I think just calm, patient defense here by DGF, and they can get the ball back here, still down by 4, without the Wolves increasing that lead. We'll see if that's the case or not.
The Wolves kind of look out of sync right now. They're trying to look for somebody to make a play, and that's the person you want with the ball right there.
She has scored the most points so far. She doesn't get one there. It's batted out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wolves. Last touch by somebody in black down along the baseline. There was 3 players down there. My gut tells me that it was Gabby Tucker who swatted it last.
That's a good shot by Morrison. I mean, top of the key, 3-pointer, got loose, and that's what you want.
Check that, Peyton Backus, number 12, not number 2. Number 12, there was a 1 in front of that too. Nope, check that. I'm gonna give up. And they'll fight for it, and it's a jump ball, and I believe it favors DGF, and it does. Just inside 12 minutes to go, and it's a 4-point game and a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Down for the post game.
All right, welcome back. DGF Rebels have outscored the Wolves 13-6 here in the second half, and they are now within 4 points, trailing 34-30. It was 28-17 at halftime as we have go into the final 20 seconds of the timeout here by Walker Hackensack Akeley. We kind of talked about it at halftime, what DGF had to do, and I think they've done that successfully up to this point. Would you agree?
That's exactly right, Mike. They've been attacking on offense, taking the ball to the basket. It does help with Auslager not being in there, but they're attacking. You look at the DGF bench right now, there's a lot of smiles. Coaches are excited. They're starting to feel a little bit. On the opposite side, WHA's got to get back to what was making them successful. Continue to press, continue to get the ball to Aubrey Morrison, let her make plays, and they'll get back going.
Yeah, they got the press, and we'll see if the Rebels are able to break the press, and they have had success. Shush, I don't jinx them. There we go. Now they've had success breaking that press, and now the Wolves go into that 3-2 zone. Nice job there by Peterson to get rid of that ball before the traveling call to three, and it's a 1-point game.
They dared DGF to shoot the three, and Taves was more than willing to take her shot.
9 points for Ashley Taves. It's 34-33, and the shot's off the mark. Chasing down the rebound there is Kaylee Peterson. Peterson will put it into the hands of DeVries in the backcourt, and only one back there causing some harassment was Aubrey Morrison. Now they'll put it into the hands there. That's a new name. That's Olivia Couchman, number 32 for the Rebels. And that ball will go out of bounds and stay with DGF. 34-33. The Rebels have not had the lead in this game. I don't think so, right?
They have not. No, they have trailed throughout.
Into the game, number 2, Gabby Tucker.
Gabby Tucker comes in, getting a breather. Will be Couchman on the sideline. Inbounds pass comes into Garrett. Garrett will quickly fire it up to DeVries. DeVries back to Taves. Taves along the baseline, battles her way to the basket. And it's going to be Walker Hackensack. Wow, that was a lot to say. Walker Hackensack Akeley basketball. Some DGF fans wanting an over back call there, but they didn't get it. 1 point game, 10:55 and counting to go here as Morrison brings it over the timeline. Morrison will pick up her dribble, give it to C. C with the left-handed dribble, being guarded closely there by Peterson for the DGF Rebels. And now it's taken away there by DeVries. DeVries quickly in a double team, turns it over. Johansson picks it up, and there's a foul underneath. And I'm not sure who it went on other than it's a Rebel foul. Black 2, so that's Gabby Tucker. That's her 4th. And now we see some action from the bench here. Looks like Michaela Winter will check back into the lineup here after this free throw by Aubrey Morrison, and that one is in. Morrison with her first points of the second half. She had 16 in the first half. She can try and make it 18 if she can connect on this one to give her team a 3-point lead. She will not. It will remain a 2-point game. She'll miss it, and the rebound comes down to Garrett. The Rebels will bring it over the timeline, 10:31 and counting. Some nice defense there by Morrison, and Morrison takes it away with the steal and draws the foul.
Foul on Taves there. Senior versus freshman. Great steal there by Aubrey Morrison, taking it strong to the basket. That's what gave them success in that first half.
35-33. This is a big trip to the free throw line here for Aubrey Morrison. She can make 2. It's a 2-possession game. She makes 1 of those 2. So far, she's only missed twice here. She is 6 for 8 from the free throw line, and with her 9th free throw coming up. And she makes it. 7 for 9 and a full court press, and it's a 2-point lead. Nearly lost it. Tipped around, and it's picked up. Now they bring it over the timeline. And the ball is into the hand of Taves. Almost lost it. Was able to recontrol it there. She'll hand it off. A deflected pass back up to the top there for DeVries. DeVries back over to Taves. Taves drives into the paint. She'll draw the foul, and that foul is going to go on Nas.
Offensive foul.
It's an offensive foul. So Nas had her feet planted, and Taves will pick up her second, and the DGF fans will boo.
Well, that's a tough call there. I can see her hand extended a little bit, but there was a lot of contact from the defense.
Morrison will slowly bring it up here, and not only were those last 2 free throws big, but now this possession is big here for the Wolves. Trying to get that lead back up to 6, and it'll roll off the rim, but they'll get a chance to go to the line and get those 2 points the hard way. That is the 7th team foul now, so the Wolves are in the bonus.
Number 22, Matt Radis.
Seems like Aubrey Morris has been at the free throw line most of this second half here.
Most of the first half, too, according to my scorebook. That one rattles in and out. So 1-and-1 bonus for the next 3 fouls. They're working in the corner. Taves puts the 3 up, and I thought that was going to roddle in, but the offensive rebound and 1, and they might get 3 anyway.
Bucket by Kaylee Peterson and 1.
9:44, still plenty of game to
number
play
0,
here.
Lola Garrett.
Lola Garrett, who had 2 points back midway through the first half when she scored that basket, will come in for Garrett.
Kelly Olschlager.
And Olschlager with 4 fouls comes back in, and if she fouls out, that definitely goes in favor of the Rebels. They need to make this free throw, though. They will not. They'll get the rebound. They'll give it right back there to Peterson. Peterson can't get it to float in, and the rebound comes down. They'll give it into Morrison. With the rebound was Johansson. Morrison leaves the shot a little bit short, gets her own rebound, puts it up and in, and 1 more on the way.
Back and forth. Both teams just going at each other.
21 points so far for Aubrey Morrison, a chance to make it 22, and it's back to a 4-point lead. And now it's a 5-point lead. 40-35, 9:32 to go as the Wolves will put the press on again.
No, Kelly, no! No!
And Callie Olschlager got a little bit too aggressive, and she will foul out. She'll end the night with 3 points. 2 steals, 2 block shots.
Number 24, Kelly Olschlager.
I had her for 5 defensive rebounds and 2 offensive rebounds. That's pretty good numbers considering you didn't play a lot of the game.
Right, that's exactly right. And frustrating for her, but she'll get that taken care of as the season goes on.
And that one's off the foot, and it'll be picked up there by Morrison as Grant lost it off her foot. Morrison not able to connect, and now Taves is going to pick up a foul. It almost looked like she punched her in the back there.
Foul was on number 21, Ashley Taves.
Yeah, they were both swinging at the basketball. There was nothing malicious there, but they were both going for the ball, and
Yep.
I think she might have caught her in the back there.
Yeah, that's hopefully it's nothing more than the wind knocked out of her, and that's the extent of the seriousness of this. But we'll take a timeout, and we will come back and we'll give you an update when we return after this. Welcome to the Main Line and Downer, a place you can bring your friends and the kids. You can browse the menu for your favorite lunch and dinner items. Burgers, chicken, pizza, amazing wings. Don't forget the Main Line and Downer also serves a delicious breakfast. The Main Line and Downer also has a convenience store as well as the end-of-the-line boutique shop filled with various gifts for kids, mom, dads, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, grandma, grandpa, and something for all your other friends too. The Main Line and Downer, just 8 miles southeast of Barnesville on Highway 9. Visit the website or call 218-789-7610. All right, welcome back. And good news is that she will come off and get a drink of water. And, yep. It was Ali C. And she looks like she's toughed it out. She'll probably be back in this game the way that I'm seeing it right now.
I think you were exactly right, Mike. I think she got the wind knocked out of her, and hopefully she'll be back in soon.
Matt Raditz will come in, and she'll take the free throws for Morrison. Free throws a little bit off the mark. Raditz gets her own rebound. Can't get the follow-up shot to go, and it's going to be a jump ball And the possession arrow favors the Wolves.
I'll tell you what, the physicality certainly picked up in this half. Both teams really aggressive, getting after that basketball. First half, guys, they're trying to get things figured out and getting rolling. And the blood's definitely pumping now, getting very physical.
Raditz from the baseline will trigger the inbounds pass, and it's a catch and shoot three here for Aubrey Morrison. That one's off the mark, and grabbing the rebound is Garrett. Now DGF with 9 minutes to go, trailing by 5. They'll try and get a basket here, and they will turn it over instead.
They've been nipped quite a few times tonight by the turnovers, Mike. It's one of those things that they'll have to get cleaned up as they move along.
Update from the Hive in Perham. The Perham Yellow Jackets leading the Henning Hornets 34-17. That game is at halftime right now. We'll keep you up to date on that score as updates continue to come into us. Mac Raditz. And now, and if the ref would have had his, that was a two-pointer. But I think if the ref would have been looking the other direction, she may have been at the free throw line with free throws too.
Yeah, great composure on that shot, getting hit as she was shooting.
Nice patient pass, and that, I think her foot was inside the line. Rebound up and in by Garrett. 42-37, back to a 5-point lead. DGF sticking around, and that's a good thing here. And they just need a couple more turnovers here, and they almost got one there. It was tipped, and it'll stay with the Wolves. Nice defensive job there by Gabby Tucker, who's playing with 4 fouls right now. 8:03 to go. Taves will tie her shoe. I think that was Taves. No,
Yep.
it was. Yeah, it was. Okay. Nice behind the back dribble there by Morrison, as Morrison will dump it off here for the other Morrison, Avery. Avery now with a bounce pass inside to Johansson off the glass and in. 44-37, 7:45 and counting, and that full court press continues, and a travel is called, and the press gives the ball back to Walker Hackensack Akeley. 7:43 to go. No, not time to panic just yet if you're DGF, but also time to panic. Does that make sense?
It does.
You definitely don't want to see a basket here if you're a Rebels fan for the Wolves. And if you're a Wolves fan, you want to see a basket here. So nice dribbling there as double teamed was Morrison. And she'll draw the foul off the baseline. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I think that was on Peterson. Yep.
Foul's on number 15, Kelly Peterson.
Guess who's back to the line, Mike?
The one who's been there on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is her 7th trip to the free throw line today, and she's only missed on 3 occasions.
She's going to have to get her mail start sent in there.
She's 9 of 12 from the free throw line. This is her 13th free throw of the game, and now she's 10 of 13. She scored 10 of her 16 points from the free throw line. That's not right. That's not right. She had 16 in the first half. I mislooked at my numbers there.
The only number that matters, Mike, is the scoreboard. Right now, DGF is down 9.
She has 24, 16 of those in the first half. Was that a 3? No, it wasn't.
2 for Garrett.
2 for Garrett.
Aria Garrett has been the story in the second half.
11 points for Garrett here in the second half, and none for her in the first half. All of her points have come here in half number 2. 7:03 is number 3, Allie C. Checks back into the lineup. That'll give Raditz a breather on the sideline. Wolves will work the ball up over to the far wing, and now they'll pick up the dribble, and they'll turn it over. Yes, it'll be an over and back call. And the Rebels will get the ball back here.
Even though that was a turnover, Mike, that was a good thing to happen for the Wolves, because had she tipped it back, there was nothing but black jerseys behind her, and it would have been an easy bucket.
So now they'll put the pressure on the backcourt on the inbounds pass. Pass will come into Tucker. Tucker will bring it over the timeline with 6:50 to go. Tucker to Taves. Taves, right-handed dribble, and she almost almost had the lane open up for her, like parting of the Red Seas almost, but wasn't able to capitalize. And now back at the other end, it falls in for Aubrey Morrison. 2 more, and she'll go to the line once again for her 14th free throw attempt of the game.
Oh, that's just a tough play for DGF. They make a bucket down there. They pull it back even closer. Now it's essentially a 4-point play, maybe even 5-point turnaround.
And that free throw's up and in, and she's made her last 4 in a row.
Ella Olsen.
Peterson with 4 fouls heading out. Who knows when she'll be back in.
11 of 14 as Peterson for the Rebels picks up her 4th. And the ball will go back to the Wolves. And it's not looking good for DGF at the moment here.
Well, you talked about it, Mike. You know, DGF had been scrapping and getting their way back into it, and all of a sudden, Aubrey Morrison has kind of taken over this game and gotten to the free throw line and made some big plays.
That shot will be missed, but the Rebels will have a chance to. They're down 10 now. At one point, they were within 1. I think it was 34-33, if I remember, and now it's been all Walker Hackensack Akeley since then, and it's been 90% Aubrey Morrison of the WHA Wolves in this second half as well. And there's another basket for Aubrey Morrison. A timeout is coming here. 5:48 to go, and I don't blame DGF for taking a timeout. We'll take a timeout here too, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
All right, welcome back. Timeout on the floor here for DGF. At one point, they were down 34-33, and Walker Hackensack Akeley took care of business after that. Aubrey Morrison here in the second half has scored 15 of the team's 23 second half points. On the flip side, Aria Garrett for the Rebels has scored 11 of the team's 22. So it's been mostly the Garrett and Aubrey Morrison show here in the second half. Taves hit that 3. I believe that was the 3 to pull them within 1 point. And then it's been all the Wolves since that shot. I think Garrett's maybe made 2 shots since that 3-pointer, which feels like an eternity ago already.
It really does. It's been a game of streaks, really. DGF kind of pulled it back before halftime, really got it within 1 point, like you mentioned, Mike, and all of a sudden WHA, mainly Aubrey Morrison, took over the game.
And coming across the timeline here will be Gabby Tucker. Tucker will fire it over to the far side there in the travel. I believe that is that Olsen? Can't see the jersey number. No, that is, yeah, it was Olsen. Ella Olsen will get the turnover. Ten turnovers in the second half for a total of 17 in the game for the DGF Rebels.
You can tell it right now, Mike. The Wolves are in no hurry to get to the basket, taking their time, making DGF work on defense, trying to run this clock out. 16
turnovers, 5 of those 16 come in here in the second half for the Wolves. First 11 came in the first half. That shot will be blocked, and they will get the ball to Tucker. Tucker will move it up court. DGF will set up. Near side, Michaela Winter back to Tucker. And now Olsen will get tangled up there with Aubrey Morrison, and they'll call a jump ball. I think it's going to the Rebels. We're on the back side of the yep. We're on the back side of the possession arrow, so we're making a guess sometimes. 90% of my broadcast, the possession arrow is across from us, but not in this gym. And when we do games in Barnesville, we're behind it as well. Baseline inbounds pass from Winter comes in here to Garrett, who scored most of the points here for the Rebels in the second half. Matter of fact, she scored most of the points in the game. She's the leading scorer for the Rebels right now. And nice job there by, I believe that was Olsen? No,
nope,
that was
Taves
Taves
taking it to the rack.
Yep, Taves taking it inside, drawing that foul. She'll go to the basket. And I mentioned it earlier in the second half. Maybe I mentioned it late in the first half. But shooting 2 here, points with the clock stopped is what DGF needs. We'll see if Taves can knock these down. She'll miss the first one. That's actually her first miss from the free throw line in the game, according to my stat book.
Number 0, Lola Garrett.
So Laura Garrett will take over for, I presume, her sister, Area Garrett. Garrett in for Garrett. The second one from Taves is in. One more and makes it 53 to 40, 4.5 to go here in the second half. And Aubrey Morrison will lose the ball, will be taken away. They'll get into the hands there, DeVries. DeVries will get it down low. The ball was knocked away. Now they'll get it out to Winter. Winter looked at the baseline. Nobody was there. Pumps it back out here to Tucker. Tucker with a spin move towards the high post. Works the pivot foot to get that pass to DeVries. DeVries will dump it off. Taves drives in, and she'll draw the foul again. She'll go to the line. They'll stop the clock with 4:08, 53 to 40. And you're kind of seeing a glimpse of that 11-2 run they had towards the end of the first half. We'll see if it's too little too late or not. Still early, but like we said, points with the clock stopped is exactly what the Rebels need to get themselves back into this. Down 12 right now.
If you're DGF, this is who you want at the line, your senior.
She'll miss the first one, and getting the rebound there is Morrison. And Aubrey Morrison will collide with Greta DeVries, and the foul will be called on DeVries.
Good sportsmanship there between the two girls, helping each other up.
Definitely, that's what we love to see. That is the first foul on Greta DeVries. She also has a steal earlier in the game, and I believe this is the 15th free throw. I'll have to count it up, and she'll make it.
Into the game, number 25, Aria Garrett.
Sister for sister again here, subbing in and out. Aria back in.
I was cracked. That was her 15th free throw attempt. Here's her 16th, and she'll make her 16th. She's made her last 6 in a row, and those 6 free throws have really shown up on the scoreboard right now.
That away, Lex. That away, Lexa.
Tucker fires it over to Taves. Taves with the right-handed dribble, and there'll be a slap. This foul will go on Avery Morrison.
Fouls on number 1, Avery Morrison.
And Ashley Taves, 4 or 5 from the free throw line, will go back for
into the game, number 15, Kelly Peterson.
Number 6. And if it's a 1-and-1, so she has to make one to get the second one. And then the next foul by the Wolves will put the Rebels in a double bonus, and they'll shoot 2 for the remainder of the game. And she will get the first one, so she'll get the second attempt. 55 to 42.
Get that rebound.
And they will get the rebound. Jump ball's called, and the possession arrow favors the Wolves. So
Wolves ball.
That does not go the way the Rebels were hoping it would go. Rebels will put a press on now. 2 men in the backfield, or 2 ladies, I should say. Still got to get out of football. Nice bounce pass down to the low post into the hands of Alexa Johansson, who will earn the trip to the free throw line. So,
fouls on number 5, Michaela Winter.
Now, I wonder if Michaela has to talk to Aubrey about going to the free throw line, you know, and make sure that it's okay that she gets to shoot a free throw or 2.
Well, as long as she makes it, I'm thinking that she'll be okay with that. And she's made it this time, but she is 2 for 5 in the game. This is her 6th attempt, and that one will rattle in and out, so she's 2 for 6. Rebound comes down to the Rebels, 3.5, and it's now or never. Rebels have to play some perfect basketball, tee it up for the 3, it'll rattle off the front of the rim, smacked out of bounds by, last touch by a Rebel, go back to the Wolves, and that might, maybe it's too early to say it, but that might seal it up for the Wolves here.
That definitely is a momentum shifter. She makes that really gives DGF some hope.
Quick cross-court pass there to Morrison, and Morrison down low, and that is just, everything's going right for the Wolves right now.
Yeah, that was a great pass inside.
Number 5,
Winters does a great job of finishing, but it all comes down to the passing.
Number 25, Aria Garrett.
I don't know about you, but back when it was a 5-point, a 3-point, a 1-point game, I was starting to get a little bit of chills, but now the heaters come back on here from Walker Hackensack Akeley. So
yeah, it really has. And, you know, the youth of DGF starting to show up a little bit. As soon as WHA started pressing, you could see DGF kind of start to slow down a little bit and struggle a bit.
She'll miss both free throw attempts. Rebound will come down to the Rebels. Rebels will work the ball up court here. This is DeVries with the ball. DeVries will get it to Peterson. Peterson puts a 3 up, rattles in and out. Rebound comes down to Johansson. Johansson up to Morrison. Morrison switches from the right to the left hand. Now she'll back up in between the circles. 3 minutes to go, and it's time for the Wolves to do some passing and chew up the clock. They're like, if you want to score more points, you're going to have to steal it from me. And she's not been an easy one to steal it from today.
No, it has not. And good for Aubrey Morrison. You could tell she wanted to run, and she controlled herself and pulled the ball out and is trying to waste some more time.
And a timeout called here by Walker Hackensack Akeley. It's a full timeout. I was going to say we'll keep it here, but since it's a full timeout, we'll take a break as well. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Small or large, Superior Grain Equipment has a storage solution for you with a wide variety of bin options and accessories, along with site planning and superior customer service. Plus, from top to bottom, we offer the industry's best bins and warranties to protect your products and your grain storage investment. Get superior quality, protection, and reliability with generations of experience and dependability. Make the superior choice today with Superior Grain Equipment.
All right, welcome back here. 58-42 in favor of the Walker Hackensack Akeley Wolves, as they look to move to 1-0 on the season off a great performance here by Aubrey Morrison, who had 16 in the first half and so far is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. She has 16 in the first half and 17 so far here in the second half for the Wolves. So, I mean, I'm not trying to take credit away from any of the other players, because when they've had a chance to shoot, they've connected. But it seems like Aubrey Morrison is the name we've called the most here tonight.
Absolutely right, Mike. And she has been so pivotal to the team's success. When DGF went on their big run, she was kind of quiet, and she certainly hasn't been here in the last 10 minutes.
They'll work the inbounds pass to Alexis Johansson. It's taken away. And coming back the other way, here's Peterson. Peterson will fall down, lose it, and they'll go back to the Wolves.
Yeah, it's been that kind of night for DGF, you know, dribbling off your foot. Just some of the things that happened early in the season. This is game one. Those will get better as the season goes along.
A halftime score that everybody watching probably doesn't care about, but it's my high school, and they're leading at halftime right now, 24-21. That's a North Dakota score. So I'm happy to say that the Shiloh Skyhawks are leading right now, and I'm happy about that. So.
Oh, great pass. Holy cow.
Yeah, and you can tell they're just chewing up the clock there, because that was an easy 2 points if Morrison wanted to take the basket, as they work it back out to Morrison now. And now they'll stop the clock on the reach-in foul there by DeVries, and that'll be 10 fouls now, so, or actually, no, I take that back.
DeVries.
The Wolves only have 9 fouls, but it's still 2 shots nonetheless from here on out for the Wolves for the remaining minute 55 of this one, and she finally missed.
Entering the game, number 24, Ella Olsen.
Prior to that miss, she had made 6 in a row, And then she'd made 8 of 11 prior to that most recent miss. She'll connect on the second one there, and I'll make it 59-42. And even though this one's kind of going in favor of the Wolves, and a great example there, it's been a good game, even though it's kind of escaped here from DGF. So.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Mike. The score doesn't do it justice. Scoreboard doesn't do it justice. I mean, it's been a lot more competitive than it is right now.
That one's off the backboard. Rebound comes down there to Allie C. Allie C with 6 points off 2 triples early in the first half. Hasn't put any points on the board since then. Now down to a minute 20, and with no shot clock, they can dribble this one out if they would like to. The only thing they got to worry about is if they don't dribble the ball, they could get that 5-second called on them. But
right.
That's really about the only thing they got to pay attention to, really. As long as they keep dribbling the ball, they can get this clock down to triple zeros.
Couchman also into the game, another 8th grader. That's the 3rd 8th grader to play for DGF today.
She made a slight appearance, I believe, late in the first half, if memory serves me correctly. But yeah, other than that, she hasn't played much this game. Down to 30 seconds to go as Aubrey Morrison has the ball again, and 61-42 will likely be the final score here, as it doesn't look like DGF is trying to foul, and just as I say that, they foul. So.
Foul is on number 4, Greta DeVries.
Greta DeVries picking up her 3rd.
Avery getting to go to the free throw line.
In the game, number 0, Lola Garrett.
Avery Morrison not able to duplicate what I presume is her sister's success. 0 for 1 from the free throw line so far tonight. We'll see if she can connect on this one here. And she does. So both Morrisons have likely made their last free throw of the game. 16 seconds to go. DGF will turn it over one more time, and as long as they bring it over the timeline, they can end this game, and they will. 7 seconds to go. They got the ball with 11 seconds in the backcourt, and that 10-second violation was the only thing stopping the Rebels from getting the ball one more time. So your final score here from DGF High School in Glyndon, Minnesota. The Walker Hackensack Akeley Wolves 62, the Dilworth Glyndon Felton Rebels 42. It was a fun game, and we'll talk more about this fun game when we return after this break. We'll add up some numbers and collect our thoughts and come back with your post-game show right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Welcome to the Main Line and Downer, a place you can bring your friends and the kids. You can browse the menu for your favorite lunch and dinner items. Burgers, chicken, pizza, amazing wings. Don't forget the Main Line and Downer also serves a delicious breakfast. The Main Line and Downer also has a convenience store as well as the end-of-the-line boutique shop filled with various gifts for kids, mom, dads, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, grandma, grandpa, and something for all your other friends too. The Main Line and Downer, just 8 miles southeast of Barnesville on Highway 9. Visit the website or call 218-789-7610.
At Superior Grain Equipment, we're committed to quality and service, offering you the best in grain storage and dryers for any size operation. Our experts will work with you to determine the most efficient and economical storage solution for your needs. We help protect your bottom line and your future with the industry's best bins and warranties. Make the superior choice for protection today and tomorrow with Superior Grain Equipment.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
All right, welcome back to the post-game show here at DGF High School. I want to say thanks to Joe and Nikki, the activities directors here at DGF High School. One, Joe for allowing us to set us up, and for Nikki for providing us with the rosters for not only DGF but also for Walker Hackensack Akeley. And I want to say thanks to the student managers for the Wolves for helping me out with some name pronunciations there for the Wolves, and then the coach for DGF for helping me out with the names for the DGF Rebels. And the final score is 62-42. It's a 20-point advantage for the Walker Hackensack Akeley Wolves. They outscored the Rebels by 11 in the first half. They outscored them by 9 in the second half, and that was after DGF actually outscored them 18-12 about halfway through that second half. And then it was Ashley Taves hit a 3 to make the score 34-33, and it was all Aubrey Morrison and the Wolves. Maybe a couple baskets came from somebody other than Aubrey Morrison in the second half there for the Wolves, and they pull away with a 20-point win, 62-42. 28-17 at halftime. The Wolves outscore the Rebels 34-25 in the second half to bring us to our final score of 62-11. I had the Wolves down for a grand total of 17 turnovers, with 11 of those 17 coming in the first half. I had the DGF Rebels down for a grand total of, let's see here, count them up, 15. 3 and 2 is so 20 turnovers, 7 in the first, and the other 13 coming in the second half. Individual scoring for we'll start with the visitors as we always do. Avery Morrison with 4, Allie C with 6, Aaliyah Noss with 4, Alexa Johansson with 8, Mac Raditz with 2, Callie Oschlager with 3, and you got to think that she would have a lot more than that had she not gotten those fouls so quickly. She actually fouled out early in the second half.
She did, and I don't think she had very much time in the second half. She came in for about 2 possessions, got her 4th foul, went to the bench, came back in, and it was 2 plays over on the press, and she was out again.
Yep. I think you're right. I think she only had four possessions of playing time in that second half. And as I think back on the first half, I think she collected those first 2 fouls like within the first 3 minutes or so, something like that, of the first half. She sat most of that first half on the bench. I think she did come in late in the second half, or didn't she?
She, I think you're thinking of Aria Garrett.
Oh, yeah.
Aria Garrett, she spent a lot of time on the bench for DGF, and she really made a difference in the second half, getting them within that 1 point, 33-34 there, and was a big reason for that. But to me, what the difference was is WHA decided, okay, we don't have Oschlager, we're giving up points, so they started to press, and that's really where I saw the difference. DGF got a little bit tight. We talked about their youth movement, a lot of 8th graders out there, and I think they buckled a little bit under the pressure. Now, it'll be fun to see these two teams play later in the season, because I think it'd be a lot more evenly matched, and like we mentioned, I think the score isn't indicative of what the game was like.
Yeah, exactly. There were times there, both in the first half and in the second half, where DGF looked like they were going to get back into this game. They had that 11-2 run at the end of the first half. They started the second half, I think it was actually like another 11-2 run. I didn't keep track of it officially, but it ended up being an 18-12 run in favor of DGF, and it was at that 18-12 mark that the Wolves took over and started to not only get the lead back, but hang on to the lead and eventually build it up to a 20-point victory.
Yeah, exactly right, Mike. Getting to the free throw line, like we joked about, was so pivotal for Aubrey Morrison, and that's what she did. I mean, making her free throws were a big difference. I mean, she shot very well from the free throw line. She doesn't make that, we got a whole different game.
Yeah, you take let's see here. This is a 20-point game. You take those free throws away from Aubrey Morrison, and the Wolves win by 6 instead of 20.
Yep, absolutely.
So, and we said it a couple times in the broadcast, points with the clock stopped. We said it in reference to the Rebels needing it, but the Wolves kind of proved my point. They got all those points with the clock stopped, and you know what? They made 19 of 40 from the free throw line, and they won by 20. They got 19 of their 20 victory points from the free throw line.
Yep, and to me, the big number isn't necessarily the 19, it's the 40. They're getting to the free throw line a lot, which is a good thing. I mean, it's not, like you mentioned earlier, you're stopping the clock, you're giving everybody a breather. WHA didn't really use their bench a whole heck of a lot. They really used about 7 girls the whole night, so it gives everybody that breather, especially Aubrey. She's running the point, running the press. I mean, she's doing a lot of things, so to me, that was a real benefit for them, especially if they're running a short bench.
Aubrey Morrison shot 77.7%. We can round that up to 78, but I like the number 7. So from the free throw line, but the team as a whole only shot 48%, which I don't know. I mean, it's not necessarily horrible numbers, but if you're the head coach for the Wolves, you might like to see that in the 55 to 60 area instead of 48%.
Absolutely.
And I think, and not to cut you off, but I think that's the same for any coach of any team for their team. So
definitely, and to me, that tells DGF they were following the wrong girl.
Yeah, that too. That's a good point that I probably would never have thought of. So that's why you're on the other microphone. Let's go over the DGF scoring. 2 for Laura Garrett, 3 for Lucy Hilton, 3 for Michaela Winter, and all 8 of those points were scored in the first half. And then the rest of the points were split up between the first and second half, almost, with one exception. Kaylee Peterson scored 4 of her 6 in the second half. Ashley Taves, I had her down 3 of 6 from the free throw line. She scored 3, 5. Let's just do this the easy way. 14 minus 4. She scored 10 of her 14 in the second half, Ashley Taves did. Annalise Oss scored 3 back in the first half. Aria Garrett scored all 11 of her 11 points in the second half, went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Overall, Ashley Taves went 50%, 3 of 6. Garrett going 50%, 1 of 2. The team 4 of 8, 50%. So not much better free throw shooting percentage-wise for the Rebels than compared to the Wolves. And I think what you said earlier about seeing these, if these two teams are to play later in the season, I think that goes to show that, hey, this is the first game of the season. We got 48% from the free throw line and 50% from the free throw line. maybe for the first game of the season, that's not too bad.
No, it really isn't. And if you're a DGF fan, you got a lot of positives come out of this. Yeah, you lost by 20 points in the first game. I guess that can be frustrating, but they got a lot of youth, as we mentioned.
Yep.
And they've got some very good players in Aria, as you mentioned, Aria Garrett, as well as Taves. I mean, Ashley Taves is a very good basketball player. She was aggressive, taking the ball to the basket, trying to bring her team back. So they got a lot of good things going for them, and they're only going to get better with that youth.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we really have to draw this out. I think everybody watching knows who the player of the game is. Would you agree?
I think that's pretty simple.
Yeah. Aubrey Morrison will be our player of the game here for the Walker Hackensack Akeley Wolves. Normally I take a timeout, drag it out, make it all drama, but there's really no drama there. She scored 36 points. I'd have to look on our website, on our records page. That might be a record for girls basketball, but I'll double check it. If it is a record, her name will be on our website until somebody breaks the record. But coming up here on our schedule for upcoming games, if I can find the right button here, there we go. We'll have 3 more games for you on Thursday. I'll be in Park Rapids for the Panthers and the Sauk Center Main Streeters hockey game that starts at 7 o'clock. And then Jason and Lance will have the first boys game for the Perham Yellow Jackets from the Hive in Perham. As the Yellow Jackets will host the, I believe it's Atkin Gobblers. I know it's the Gobblers, but I'm not sure how to say the town name, but I believe it's Atkin. But I'll tell you this, when you tune into that broadcast, Jason and Lance will know how to say it. So. And then DGF and Park Rapids, the girls will host the Park Rapids Panthers. Brad Anderson will have the play-by-play call on that one on Thursday night here from DGF High School. And then you can dig deeper into that schedule. For Perham fans, I know that you were leading at halftime. I haven't gotten an update on that game just yet. Matter of fact, let me check something here. Nope, it's still not going to work, but oh well, no big deal. And then for Perham fans, we'll see your girls team for the first time from my broadcast view when they travel to Barnesville to take on the Trojans, and that'll be the home opener for the Barnesville Trojans. And then more hockey for you on Saturday with a 2 o'clock puck drop. And then over to the North Dakota side, it's the debut of the Horace Hawks in the EDC. Their junior varsity team, their varsity team will take on the junior varsity team of the West Fargo Packers, and we'll see if Horace can pick up a win on their home opener. We'll debut their gym. We're the only station that's going to be there. Nobody else is going to be there, at least not with a video camera anyway, and that will tip off at 7 o'clock on December 6th, and then back to the Minnesota side as we debut our wrestling on Tuesday, December 7th. Perham versus Bemidji and Thief River Falls in a triangular. Kindred versus Oaks and Hillsborough Central Valley in a wrestling triangular at 5 and 6 o'clock respectively. And then the Barnesville boys will host the Wadena Deer Creek Wolverines at a 7:30 tip. So it's a busy upcoming week for us here on Magnitude Sports, and we certainly hope that you can catch up with us on some of those games, and you can catch up with us on social media as well. 3 reasons to follow us on Instagram, even though we didn't do any of those today, so we'll have to step that up here. You can also follow us and like us on Facebook. We got a TikTok that is brand new. Have you stumbled on our TikTok?
I have stumbled on it, Mike. It's pretty darn cool. I like that.
Basically, it's become our House of Highlights home. We used to have a playlist of that on YouTube, and we still do. But we've kind of moved that over there, and we have 83,000 views on a quote controversial call. Well, I don't know if it's controversial. It depends on who you are, I guess.
It depends on who you're cheering for.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that. But 83,000 views for our second ever TikTok video. I think all the other ones are like around 2,000 to 4,000, which is still pretty decent, I think. But so yeah, once again, you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube. If you join, you can get a free T-shirt, a free Magnitude T-shirt. You got a T-shirt, right? I gave you one.
I did,
right?
yes.
Do you like it?
I do like it very much. Yes, it's a very nice T-shirt.
This guy never worn a Magnitude T-shirt before. Take it from him. It's a very nice T-shirt. I got one on tonight here too myself. But yeah, and as you can see, click join on our YouTube channel, and we'll get you a free T-shirt along with all the other member benefits Subscribing is free and all that good stuff. So that's how you can follow us online. And our new website, magnitudesn.com, will debut on December 6th. That's the latest update I got. We were trying to get it up on November, but we weren't able to get it done in time. So December 6th is the target date. So msportsnet.com will move to magnitudesn.com on December 6th. So make that mental note, but for the most part, all the buttons, all the clicks will be the same. They'll just have a refreshed look. They'll look a lot better than the one we have now, I can tell you that for sure. So
getting better and stronger. I love it.
I love it too. Let's see here, and of course, and I need to update this. I've been lazy. You can watch all the games on demand by simply going to our website, clicking on demand, and then just click the word watch next to the game that you want to see again, and you can watch it 24/7 at your convenience. Your final score one more time here from DGF High School in Glyndon. The Walker Hackensack Akeley Wolves 62 and the Dilworth Glyndon Felton Rebels 42. Your final thoughts, Nick?
Hey, it was a lot of fun. The score wasn't indicative. It was fun to see 36 points from Aubrey Morrison. We saw scoring, we saw defense, and for the first game of the year, I was very, very impressed with both sides.
I'm curious. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone right now because I want to know, and I'm sure if any Wolves fans who are still watching may want to know this as well. I said that 36 points might be a record, and as soon as the internet cooperates here in the DGF gym with my mobile device, we can probably pull that up. There we go. I'm a couple taps away. Let me find it here. It's under More, and then under More, you look for records. And it's struggling here. It's like it's at the bottom part of my phone where I can't get to it, and that's
definitely the way it usually goes, isn't it? When you want to find something, technology is great when it works.
All right, well, we'll tell you what. Visit our website under the More button. Click on records. Click on girls basketball. You'll see who leads with the most points, and if Aubrey Morrison's 36 is better than whoever's leading right now, we'll put Aubrey Morrison at the top of that list. Or if she's second or third, she'll show up on there too. So there's a good reason to visit our website. We've only done 2 Walker Hackensack Akeley games in our almost 1,700 broadcasts here on Magnitude Sports. One of them was a football game against Lake Park Audubon, and the Wolves won by, I think, 20 points. I think it was 20-0 if my memory serves me correctly. I know they won by a big gap, but I don't know if they blanked the Lake Park Audubon Raiders or not, but that was the other time. So the Wolves are 2-0 here on Magnitude Sports. Congratulations to the Wolves fans. You were about to say something. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I don't know if we're giving them a little hint of what they should be doing or if they should be looking into Magnitude Sports for their games. Bring a couple state championships. It's worked well for Kindred.
It has. It has. If you're not familiar with Kindred's record, look it up over the last few years. So both the boys and the girls, for that matter. So, all right. Well, that will do it for Nick Kasowski helping us out on color today. Janice working the camera. Thank her very much for her efforts. My name's Mike Mason. Your final score one more time: Walker Hackensack Akeley Wolves 62, the Dilworth Glyndon Felton Rebels 42. That'll do it. We'll talk to you next time here on Magnitude Sports.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network.